So I wanted to start off by making this video going over a bit of the basic information that would help you get started. I do have a longer video that's actually about an hour long, going through all of the different details and situations, but I want to try to keep it brief and simple, um, so that you can feel a little bit more empowered to make this change. So first, I want to talk about how we get started. And the first thing that you need to know are the state laws so that you can maintain compliance and not get a letter of truancy once you decide to withdraw your student. So the first step would be to go to your child's school or contact them via email, let them know that you want to withdraw. There's a form that you'll need to complete. At this point, anybody that is going to make a switch is probably not going to be able to use a scholarship, which I'll talk about towards the end of this video. So you're going to need to register under your county as a homeschooler. Each county has a form on their county website that you would fill out and submit, and then this creates your homeschool program and keeps your child from experiencing truancy. Once you have taken care of this, then that's where you get to start your child's learning. You can choose a curriculum of your own that caters to your child's learning style. I talk a lot about different ways and things to consider when you're choosing curriculum, as well as a couple that I really enjoy. And there's just so much flexibility. You don't have to choose a curriculum. You could just pull different things based off of what your child has already learned this year and things that you know that they need to continue learning. You can find something structured and or something open-ended. It just depends on the way you want to do it. Once you sign that form and open up your homeschool, you're in charge of your child's education. Now, I don't say that to stress you out. I say that because you get to pick the way that you want it to be. Now, you can hire certified teachers. That is something that my team does. We go to families, we meet them at local libraries or in home, and we offer full course instruction in reading, math. We do a little bit of science and social studies, but often that is something that homeschoolers don't focus on as much or do it in untraditional ways, such as attending museums, creating science experiments, and things like that. So we don't do too many families that are getting that full support in those areas, but it is something that's definitely available. So, another way that you can outsource and get some help is to join a co-op. There are different co-ops in all different areas, and you would want to find out how much they cost, what belief system they have, if they have you use a specific curriculum, and any other information like who's leading it, what qualifications do they have? Are they teaching academic instruction at this co-op, or is it more of something that you can drop your kids off so that they are with someone and cared for the day? Those are some different things to consider if you are interested in a co-op. And it also gives you a chance to have social opportunities and learn with other families and share resources. So, private schools are also another option that you can consider if you are unhappy with your child's placement or concerned, and there are scholarships that you can use to help you with this. So, the scholarships come from predominantly two different programs. I'm going to go ahead and quickly share my screen and show you the two different websites that you can go to apply for scholarships. The first one I'm going to show you is called Step Up for Students. I'm very familiar with the scholarship funding organization. They have a personalized education program scholarship that you can apply for. That would be for families that are looking to homeschool. But if your child has an IEP or a qualifying diagnosis or a 504 plan, you can apply for the Unique Ability Scholarship. With Step Up, currently PEP is a little bit questionable because of how many people have applied. So I'm going to give you a backup option for that. But if your child does have one of the qualifying diagnoses, then I would totally recommend applying for the Unique Ability Scholarship. And I would do this as soon as possible. You can withdraw your child the same week, open up your homeschool under your county from now until you are funded or until June, July, if you're going to do the Unique Ability Scholarship. And then you can apply for these scholarships. The PEP scholarship deadline is April 30th for both organizations that I'm going to show you. I believe the private school scholarship also has a similar deadline. This is the private school scholarship here. You have to attend an in-person approved private school. So you would want to look at what schools are on there and make sure that there is one in your area that's approved on there. And then once you apply for the scholarship, you'll wait until you are approved or funded. Sorry, I'm trying to find AAA's website now and I'm clicking all the wrong things. So another way that you can apply is through AAA, and they also have personalized education program scholarship. They are putting out this message that there's plenty of room for additional students to apply. So don't let PEP being at capacity being announced by Step Up stop you from trying to apply. You can only apply for one, so you would want to choose, take a risk and do the Step Up one, or go ahead and do AAA. With AAA, they do not have direct providers. They do not have a portal where you can purchase things directly like StepUp does. So you would have to pay for things out of pocket and then submit them to be reimbursed instead of getting the money that you can access in a portal. So that's kind of the downside to AAA, but at least it's a way if you do not qualify for the Unique Ability Scholarship that you can still homeschool your child and get about $8,000 to help you cover the cost of curriculum if you want to hire a private teacher and different things like that. So those are the two scholarship organizations. And then this is a link tree that we created a while ago to show families. I'm going to make sure that I add DeSoto County on here. And then you can go on and check out a lot of the different links. There's a presentation. There are some Manatee and Sarasota County co-ops and providers and everything like that linked here. If you decide to move forward, I would definitely suggest watching my longer video. That is really a run through of all of these different things. But at the bottom, there are some free resources and such. So I definitely recommend checking out that link tree if you are diving deep into this. But before I wrap up, I just want to go over a little bit more with this graphic in front of me. That way I can make it make sense for the visual learners. So when it comes to alternative schooling options, you can homeschool and you can select your own schedule, select the curriculum, all of that. If you do apply for PEP, which again, like I said, you wouldn't be getting that until next school year, that's when you do not need to be registered with the county. But if you were to pull your child out now or in the next week or two, you would need to enroll under your county. With enrolling under the county, you do have to participate in a portfolio evaluation. And I'm just going to go ahead and share here what I have about portfolio evaluations. What you need is to create a portfolio. It can be a folder, it can be pictures, it can be an Instagram profile, it can be a Facebook profile, however you want to do it. And include the reading titles that you use. Keep a log of activities that you're working on. You can even do this on a calendar. You can get receipts of printouts from the library of the books that you check out. Get a couple work samples throughout the year to show that your child is making progress. And then you're going to contact a certified teacher for them to review this. They'll complete a form, and that's what will get turned into the county. Now, if you're going to utilize a scholarship, you will need to get your homeschool set up now and then do your evaluation in the next few months when you terminate the program in order to be on the scholarship. Typically, you turn in your evaluation 1 year from when you did your letter of intent and open the program. But if you are making a rapid decision at this time, you're going to go ahead and fill the rest of your year with homeschooling under your county and then transfer over to the scholarships. We do offer portfolio reviews for $35. And if you are on the scholarship, we are direct pay providers. So that could be something that could be utilized for some families that are already homeschooling. So that is really like a synopsis of the legal requirements. I know it's confusing because there are a lot of different routes and ways. So if this is something you're going to do, please connect with me and I'll let you know exactly which steps are best for the situation that you're in. It'll just be a brief chat or a brief messaging, but we do offer one-on-one consulting if you need more additional support for this. If you want to pull your kids from school right now and you want to do virtual school, you could enroll with Florida Virtual. You cannot apply with for scholarships if you're using Florida Virtual, but you can use Flex with the scholarships if that's something that you like and you want to continue into the next year when you've applied for scholarships. There are also umbrella schools. They maintain your legal compliance so that you don't have to do a portfolio evaluation. That's another thing that you'll just watch another video for. I don't want to dive into that. And then for private schools, if you're seeking smaller classes or just you can't be home with your child, but you don't want them in the public school that they're attending anymore, please know that the cost of tuition could exceed the scholarship. Sometimes schools will offer additional scholarships or financial assistance to help you meet that cost. Sometimes there is a little bit of out-of-pocket cost, but you want to make sure that if you're using the scholarship, you found a school that you can get to that accepts the scholarship. And then with the co-ops, those are like groups that really anybody can form that collaborate together. Some of them do academic instruction, some of them are just kind of a drop-off program that your kids are busy for the day interacting and learning with other kids. So when it comes to the scholarship opportunities for PEP, if you are just looking to homeschool at home, I and you're willing to take a chance, I would apply with Step Up for Students. If you know you're going to do this and you need it, I would go ahead and apply through AAA because you would be more guaranteed to get that funding, but you do have to pay up front and then get reimbursed. If your child has any qualifying diagnosis, an IEP or a 504, definitely take advantage of Step Up for Students and apply for the FESUA, which is a little bit more money as well as more of a guarantee than PEP is through them. And then if you are looking to enroll your child in a private school, make sure you find a school first, but then go ahead and apply for that scholarship. I know that the deadline for PEP is April 30th. So if this is something you're looking to do, you've got about 30 days from when I'm making this video. But you are on a time crunch. So there is no way to get on PEP after April 30th. Um, Even if you're on the fence, I would recommend applying and then you could decline the scholarship instead of accept it if you do decide to keep your child in school or not go with homeschooling. But if you are committed to it, then definitely get it all done as soon as you can so that you can try to get those funds. And we do offer one-on-one consulting. We are choice navigators. So I would be happy to speak with you one-on-one about your specific situation, let you know what I recommend doing and the exact steps catered to what your child needs and what your situation is looking like right now. But anyways, I don't want to go too long. I could talk about this all day. It's something I'm really passionate about. I have helped over 50 families transfer from public school to homeschooling, and all of them are really happy. They love the time that they get with their children. They are less worried about things. They like the flexibility. Their children are happier because they are not in a classroom struggling with the pace that is just ever so fast and they can't get caught up. So I really hope that this gives you a sense of direction and empowerment because you have the ability to take control of your child's education. There's so many resources and options out there. And I would love to be a resource to you. If you have any questions or need any help, please don't hesitate to reach out. You are not alone and you've got this. A new beginning is coming for you. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our Facebook page, What I Learned Today, so that you can be aware of free information that we're putting out as well as new events and such. Have a good one. Thank you.